What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. This time we are here for the Manchester City away match preview with Tottenham at Wembley. So we're going to crack on with this video, and we're going to start off first with looking at our opponents like we normally do. Now, Spurs are a very dangerous side and struggled a little bit in the Champions League this season. Don't let that disguise you from the fact that Spurs are a very good side. Sitting joint fourth, the fifth at the moment in the Premier League table. Arsenal in fourth. Arsenal's obviously had a massive run of them winning a load of Premier League fixtures. But they've still got a lot of dangerous players, Tottenham have. I mean, two of the players I've identified that can cause Man City a lot of problems. Obviously, Harry Kane, being their striker, scores a lot of goals. And obviously, the man that pulls the strings just behind him being Christian Eriksen. Man City have to find a way of keeping them out of the game. Keep them out of the game, we stand a very good chance of being able to go through. Now, as always, we have to be wary when defending Manchester City do so, getting balls in, defending set pieces, things like that. We have to be wary. Tottenham's one of them outlets for Man City's high press, and their possession is to obviously come forward on the counter-attack and put balls into the box when you do come forward. So I'm expecting, or I wouldn't be surprised anyway, to see Nicolas Otamendi start for that reason. He was brilliant in dealing with balls in and crosses and corners and free kick, getting whipped in. He was brilliant at dealing with all that against Shakhtar Donetsk, so he may well come into this game and help Manchester City deal with that, because Harry Kane's a very powerful, very tall player that can cause a lot of problems in the air, so we need to be able to deal with that. Now, Tottenham may well be without Dele Alli for this game, as he's been injured for the last few weeks, and he didn't feature against PSV either, so he may well not feature for this game. But don't let that kid you from the fact that Manchester City still have to find a way of dealing with other attacking players, like I said, Kane and Eriksen, but they've also got Son, they've got Lucas Moura, they've got Eric Lamela, they've also got Sissoko too. They've got a lot of attacking players that Man City need to find a way of stopping, nulling their attack, putting pressure on them, making things happen. Now, City, we outplayed Spurs twice last season when we faced them in the Premier League. I'm confident that if we can turn up and play like we can do the same again. Wembley's a big pitch. We need to be clinical. There won't be as many passes on the pitch, so putting balls into players like Benjamin Mendy could well, probably needed to have a big game here, but putting balls into the box, getting forward, getting balls to the attacking players, getting into players like David Silva and Kevin De Bruyne if he plays, getting them into them, letting them pull the strings, letting our attacking players like Sterling, Sane, Mahrez, Aguero, Jesus, whoever decides to start, get them involved into the game and make things happen. We do have a concern, though, about the pitch. They've got an NFL game on it this weekend, so that makes things a bit tricky. The pitch won't be in any suitable state to play football. Tottenham couldn't find a new place to play. They've obviously moved the match from the Sunday to the Monday to allow 24 hours for them to be able to get the pitch in a better state. It won't be in that much of a better state. I wasn't happy that Manchester City agreed to this game. Being at Wembley, I felt like it should have been at a pitch that was suitable to hold football. But it's the same for both sides. Both sides have to play football on this pitch. It's not going to be an easy place to go with a pitch like that. The passes won't be as good. You run the risk of picking up injuries, so yeah, it's not an excuse if we play poorly though and Tottenham play well, obviously, because then one side has played well. We need to find a way of dealing with it. We've got them new pitches at our training ground that can set the conditions to being a bit muddy, a bit sandy like that, and try the best to get used to the conditions as they build up to the game. Man City, we're a sensible club, we've got all them things in action, we know what to expect, so make sure that they do prepare for it. Prepare well, then you're going to do well. It's like the famous saying of, if you fail to prepare, prepare to fail. So make sure that we're fully prepared, we know what's coming, and then you can anticipate it and make things happen. This is one of them games where I'm more than happy just to like scrape a 1-0 last minute winner, if I'm honest with you. Just come away with 3 points. But that's not really how we work. We don't really do 1-0s, do we? We like to score goals, and obviously we allow the opponents to be able to play football too, because we play such a high line. Now, for Man City team news, we're going to be without Ilkay Gundogan. Bravo's going to be injured. We're possibly going to be without Danilo and Delph too, so it leaves us with not many options, particularly in defensive midfield and defence, so that's kind of quite easy for me to predict. I'll put my team prediction up in a moment. But I'm expecting a similar side to the one that went versus Shakhtar. We could well have Kyle Walker back too, so that's always a bonus. It allows then a bit of rest for John Stones. I'm expecting Riyad Mahrez maybe to have a little bit of a rest because he's played the last 2 games too. But yeah, we've got Fulham on the Thursday night in the Carabao Cup. So we've got, like I said, I think the Tottenham game starts a run of 4 fixtures in 9 days. So yeah, very action-packed for us. So we need to be careful. We've got that match at the Carabao Cup. Anyone that features on the bench in this game versus Spurs will more than likely start in that game versus Fulham. So keep an eye out for Man City's bench, and you'll have a rough idea of what team we're going out versus Fulham. Now, score prediction. I've gone for 3-1 Manchester City. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if this was a low-scoring game. Football's going to be difficult to play on this. It doesn't mean it's not impossible to score. We have an abundance of attacking players. We have an abundance of creative midfielders. We can create chances. Like I said, we're clinical. We can put them chances away. I'd be happy with a 1-0. I'd be happy with any score as long as we pick up 3 points. And I am confident. Tottenham are a very good side, and it's a difficult place to go. It's a difficult pitch. It's the same for Tottenham. However, we outplayed them twice last season. Our teams, both sides, near enough are the same. Tottenham, I don't think, added anyone in the summer. So yeah, we need to make things happen. They've had a bad result against PSV, Tottenham did in the last game. We've had a day's extra rest because we played on the Tuesday, they played on the Wednesday. We need to make that count, fully prepare, get in, make things happen. Like I said, pick up the 3 points, that is all that matters. Now I'm going to pop up my team prediction, I'm going to talk you through that. Gone for Ederson in goal, self-explanatory. Gone for Kyle Walker at right back. I've gone for Otamendi to deal with them, Bold in the box, and Laporte, because he's had an excellent season. And also allowing John Stones to have that rest that I said, because he's started the last few games, even at right back. Benjamin Mendy at left back. I'm expecting a little bit of a change for the League Cup game where Mendy will get his rest. Fernandinho, De Bruyne and David Silva, that's our strongest midfield. Also, we might see a bit of Bernardo Silva because he didn't start in the last game, and David Silva might be given a rest. My opinion, though, David Silva, one of, if not the best creative midfielder in the Premier League, so he should be starting every game that's difficult. Tottenham away, you can't get any more difficult than that, in my opinion. And then they attack him through. I've gone for Aguero to take his place again ahead of Gabriel Jesus, unlike against Shakhtar. And I've gone for Sterling and Sane because Riyad Mahrez, even though he's had a few good performances for Manchester City, I'd like for him to have a rest. Raheem Sterling's obviously played in the last game. Leroy Sane had a rest, so I'd bring in a fresh Leroy Sane to be able to deal with it. And if things aren't working, then make the necessary changes, like bringing on Riyad Mahrez. So there's a lot of options here for Manchester City. Should be an exciting game. Monday night, we know what we need to do. We're going to know what teams like Arsenal, Chelsea and Liverpool have all done. So we'll see what pressure we'll be under for going into that game. So stay tuned for all the Premier League fixtures for the weekend. And we'll see you all for the match analysis, which will probably be up on Tuesday morning. So stay tuned for that one. Make sure that you subscribe, put your push notifications on. Leave a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check out my social media links in the description below. And also don't forget to check out my email also in the description below if you want to hit me up with any sponsorships for any videos or any business inquiries, then that'd be ace. Don't forget to check out my second channel, Jason Sidlow Travel Man, along with my brother's partner channel, Mixed, doing mixology drinks. I'll leave links to them at the end of the video. I'm going to check them out along with a random video. And that's it, basically. That's the video. So I'll see you all again soon. It's been JSGC. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.